The clay courts of Madrid are buzzing with major energy as our favorite stars make their mark in Spain. Coco Gauff is opening up about her life off the court, revealing she has traded crochet and reading for intense sessions of online puzzles and the game Among Us to keep her mind sharp between matches. Meanwhile, Zheng Qinwen is treating Madrid like a second home, embracing Spanish hospitality and even picking up the language while recovering from injury. And the ever-enthusiastic Leylah Fernandez is living out a dream by taking her game to the historic Estadio Bernabéu.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Big news is shaking up the tennis world as Carlos Alcaraz officially confirms his withdrawal from the French Open. After the announcement, the support poured in instantly, with Coco Gauff leading the way on social media by sending a heartfelt get-well-soon message to the Spanish star. Experts like Patrick Muratoglu are calling it a wise decision for a long career, but the absence of the defending champion leaves the draw wide open for contenders like Novak Djokovic to chase history. The future of the sport is sounding off on the veterans who paved the way. Rising star Iva Jovic is currently turning heads at the Madrid Open, and she did not hold back when asked about the locker room culture on the WTA Tour. She highlighted the incredible support from the American contingent, specifically praising Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula, and Madison Keys for the camaraderie and guidance they provide to the younger players. The competition in Madrid is heating up as we look toward the third round and beyond. Analysts are keeping a close eye on the clash between Coco Gauff and the powerful Sorana Cîrstea, while Linda Noskova looks to continue her impressive winning streak against a struggling Lyudmila Samsonova. With Iga Swiatek forced to retire due to illness, every point carries massive weight, so hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Ever wondered how the world's elite tennis stars blow off steam when they aren't crushing ground strokes on the red clay? Forget the high-intensity training drills for a second. Today, we are heading behind the scenes at the Madrid Open to see how the WTA Tour's biggest names are finding balance in the chaos of life on the road. First up, let's talk about Coco Gauff. We all know her as a Grand Slam champion, but off the court, she is on a mission to reclaim her personal time. After admitting that the early post-COVID tour life turned into a depressing cycle of hotel rooms and room service, Coco is making a conscious effort to actually live. Her current obsession: online puzzles and, surprisingly, the game Among Us. She says she is dangerously good at lying in the game, a skill she insists doesn't carry over into her real life. But hey, maybe that's just the imposter talking. She is even flirting with the idea of heading back to college. It is a refreshing reminder that these athletes are searching for the same intellectual stimulation that we all are. Then there is Zheng Qinwen, who is practically treating Madrid like her second home. With her coach hailing from Spain, she says the hospitality is rivaling the love she gets back at the China Open. She has been brushing up on her Spanish during injury recovery and is soaking up every bit of the local support. And then we have Leylah Fernandez, who is officially winning at life. When she heard they were building a clay court inside the legendary Santiago Bernabéu stadium, she didn't care about the logistics. She just knew she had to be there. She got her hour on the pitch, lived out a major sports dream, and even squeezed in a trip to Manchester to catch a City game. It is a masterclass in work-life integration. It goes to show that even at the highest level of professional sports, the key to winning often starts with finding a way to enjoy the journey. Which of these stars would you want to play a round of Among Us with, and does this change how you look at the pressure they face on tour? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more behind-the-scenes heat from the tennis circuit. After all, the best stories aren't just found on the scorecard. They are found in the moments in between. Imagine the tennis world without one of its biggest crown jewels. That is the reality we are facing as Carlos Alcaraz officially pulls out of the French Open. It is a massive blow, especially considering he was slated to defend his title. The news broke right in the middle of the Madrid Open, sending a shockwave through the locker room and beyond. Coco Gauff, always one to lead by example, was quick to jump on social media, leaving a heartfelt, "So sorry to see this, get well soon" on his feed. It is a small gesture, but it highlights the tight-knit respect these athletes have for one another. Legendary coach Patrick Muratoglu also chimed in, offering a sage reminder that a player's career is a marathon, not a sprint, calling the withdrawal a wise decision. With Alcaraz sidelined, the Roland Garros draw has suddenly blown wide open. It's a tournament that's usually defined by the Spaniard's grit, but now the door is cracked for someone else to seize the throne. Can Novak Djokovic capitalize on this and secure his 25th major title? It certainly feels like his moment to strike. Looking ahead, the big question remains: when will we actually see Alcaraz back on court? He's eyeing the grass court season, a surface where he has been absolutely lethal recently, but with Wimbledon looming so soon after the French, timing is everything. He might even choose to skip the grass entirely to prioritize his recovery for the hard courts later this summer. What do you think? Should Alcaraz risk a quick return, or is he right to sit out and protect his long-term future? Let me know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop with all things tennis. Sometimes, the most important victory is knowing when to step back so you can come back stronger. Ever wonder what it's actually like behind the scenes on the pro tennis tour? Most fans see the highlight reels and the trophy ceremonies, but the real story is often about the quiet support system that keeps the next generation moving forward. Enter Iva Jovic, the rising American star who is currently turning heads at the Madrid Open. Coming off a massive straight-sets win over Magda Linette, Jovic has been on an absolute tear this year, marking her territory with deep runs in both the Australian Open and Charleston. But as she climbs the ranks, she's quick to credit the established stars for keeping her grounded. In a recent chat with the Tennis Channel, Jovic gave us a rare look into the locker room dynamic. She noted that the American contingent, specifically Jessica Pegula, Madison Keys, and Coco Gauff, have been incredibly supportive mentors. It's wild to think that Gauff is only 21, right? Even Jovic admitted she has to remind herself that Coco is essentially a veteran at this point. It's this kind of healthy camaraderie that fuels the next wave of talent. However, the road ahead isn't getting any easier for Jovic. She's staring down a tough match against the gritty Leylah Fernandez, and if she survives that, a potential fourth-round collision with clay court queen Iga Swiatek looms on the horizon. It's a brutal draw, but for a player of Jovic's caliber, it's exactly the kind of test needed to reach the next level. What do you think? Does Jovic have the mental toughness to upset the heavyweights in Madrid? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more behind-the-scenes insights. After all, in a sport defined by individual battles, it's the community behind the court that really shapes the champions of tomorrow. The WTA Madrid Open is heating up, and with Iga Swiatek's shock withdrawal yesterday, the draw is looking wide open. We are down to our final 24, and the pressure to reach the round of 16 is officially on. Today, we're diving into 3 matches where the numbers tell a story the odds makers might be underestimating. First up, we have a fascinating clash between Sorana Cîrstea and Coco Gauff. Let's be real. Cîrstea is a lethal ball striker who can rattle anyone's cage, but she's been nursing an injury since Rouen. When you're staring down an elite mover like Coco Gauff, you can't afford to be at anything less than 100%. Gauff's defensive range is legendary, and I think she forces Cîrstea into too many unforced errors here. My top pick. Bank on a straight-sets victory for Coco Gauff at 1.72 on 1xBet. Next, we have a tale of 2 different trajectories: Linda Noskova versus Lyudmila Samsonova. Noskova has been on a tear lately, finding her groove after a gritty run in Indian Wells. Meanwhile, Samsonova has been struggling to find her footing, losing 7 of her last 9. Sure, she had a nice win in the last round, but one win doesn't fix a slump. I'm backing the form player all the way. Take Noskova to win in straight sets at a juicy 2.38 on Unibet. Finally, the veterans are taking center stage as Elise Mertens squares off against Karolina Pliskova. These two are tour veterans who know every trick in the book. Pliskova has the head-to-head advantage, but Mertens has that elite doubles pedigree. If she can move Pliskova around and dictate at the net, she has a massive tactical edge. Instead of picking a winner, I'm looking at the game's spread here. Backing Mertens at minus 3.5 games at 1.89 on 1xBet is the smartest play on the board. If you enjoyed these picks, hit that like button and subscribe for more daily tennis insights. Remember, in tennis betting, the surface doesn't lie. Who are you backing to make a deep run in Madrid? Let me know in the comments below.